guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm really excited for today's video. It is going to be the one and only update for the Pan of Every Color project. This was a project that was created by one of my really good friends here on this space, Alex. I will have her channel linked down below. She is incredible, you guys. I just absolutely love Alex, and I feel so just grateful to have met her through this YouTube community. She is somebody that is always there to just like lift people up, always just so positive. She has such a bubbly personality. Just watching her videos puts a smile on my face, and honestly, if I'm having a bad day, I will pop over to Alex's channel and she just cheers me up. So if you guys like eyeshadows, if you guys like project pans, and if you just like to have a smile on your face, I definitely recommend checking Alex out. She's the creator of this project, like I said, but there are quite a few others who are currently doing this project as well, so I will leave a playlist down below. So definitely make sure that you go check out the playlist, check out everyone else who is currently participating. The whole idea of this project was to basically just highlight Black-owned beauty brands and to work on products from either Black-owned brands or at the very minimum brands that are more inclusive. So brands that offer more than just, you know, 10 light shades and 1 dark shade. So I have 7 products that I personally have been working on. I did finish 1 product, and then I will give you an update on where I'm at with the other 6 products. So if you're interested in my progress, then stay tuned. First, if you haven't already subscribed to my channel, I would love it if you would subscribe before moving on. I do post a minimum of 4 times a week. So if that's something that interests you, don't forget to subscribe before moving on. And other than that, let's just get into this update. I am like legit hating my makeup today. My eyes, I had a different idea for them, and then we came up with this, and then I was dumb and paired it with like warm toned like bronzer, and I'm not digging it, but I also don't have time to redo my makeup, so this is where we're at. All right, you guys, like I said in the introduction, I do have 1 product that I finished up. Ooh, and I wanted to mention this. So I will have a list down below of brands that we kind of came up with as a group as inclusive brands. I have since received some comments that Milk Makeup doesn't treat their employees very well, and then I know Cover FX just came out with a tinted moisturizer in like 4 shades, and I know Alex said this in her introduction video, but this is like a learn as you go. We're learning as you go, and so if there is a brand that I am personally including that you don't think is inclusive, or if you know of some unethical things that they have done, kindly let me know. So if there is a brand that I am including, or if there's a brand in the list that is included for inclusive brands and you disagree, kindly let me know in the comments. Again, we're learning as we go. I do have 1 Milk Makeup product that I have included in this project, and I was really sad to hear that Milk Makeup does not treat their employees very well, because I love Milk Makeup as a brand, and again, I try and do my best to, especially lately, really think about where my money is going and the brands that I'm supporting. So I was really sad to learn that, and I definitely want to do some more research, but it kind of leaves a bad taste in my mouth and makes me not want to support Milk Makeup. That being said, let's just jump into a more positive note. Let's jump into my progress. So up first, we have my one and only Empty. This is not a rolling style project, which I'm actually kind of happy about. I have so many products that I'm working on throughout various projects that it's kind of nice to like finish a product up and then just be done, not like necessarily roll in another product. I know for the month of July, I kind of gave myself a break of like really trying to force myself to use my project pan products because I was feeling a little bit of project pan fatigue, but I did finish this up from Glossier. This is their Lauder. I really enjoyed this. When I pulled this into the project, I had a little bit less than half of this left, and this is an amazing powder for me, at least. It's super lightweight, and I do have more like normal to dry skin, so I don't like anything to be super heavy. Today I went in with the the Beauty Bakery flour powder all over my face, and it's a little much for all over the face for me personally. Underneath the eyes I really like it, but this I really like to set my entire face with just because it is so lightweight, doesn't feel heavy. They do have, I think, 6 different shades in this too, so it's not a totally translucent powder. And I actually have already gone on to repurchase this because I just couldn't be without this in my life. But I was excited to finish it off. It just happened to be one of those products that obviously I repurchase when finishing. It's nice to every now and again throw in a product in your project pan that you like truly love. I feel like so often I try and put products in that I want to work out of my collection because I know I won't replace them, but this just happened to be one that I love and did replace. Next up, from Colored Rain. Colored Rain is a Black-owned beauty brand. I decided to work on the Queen of Hearts palette, and I gave myself a use goal for this one, and I wanted to use this 20 times. Didn't matter what shade, I just wanted to reach into this palette 20 times, and I've reached into it 10 times thus far, meaning I have to reach into it another 10 times, which I do not think will be hard. This one's really easy for me to create wear to work looks. I can just go in with the browns, which is what I usually do, and then occasionally I'll have fun with the shimmers. The foiled shades in this palette are really beautiful, and I don't necessarily feel like this palette is worth the $50 it is, but if you can get this on sale, it is really good quality eyeshadow. I just don't know that I would pay $50 for it again, and in fact I got mine on sale, but that is my progress on that. Next up, I had my Fenty Beauty Kilowatt highlight in Girl Next Door and Chic Freak, which is this warm toned pink highlighter. I do love me a good warm toned pink highlight, and my goal was to try and hit pan on either side. Didn't necessarily matter which one. I actually had like a little divot here from like accidentally scraping my nail in it, so I decided to just focus my brush in here, and I've really enjoyed this more foiled shade as an inner corner highlight if I'm doing like a really warm toned brown eye. I haven't hit pan on this yet, but my goal is still going to be to hit pan on this shade, and I feel like I should be able to do that if I continue to use it in the same way. I do have another product from Glossier. I rolled in the Glossier Cloud Paint in the shade Puff. It's this really pretty light pink shade. My goal was to reach for this 15 times. I have really been enjoying cream and liquid products this year, which is crazy because basically in January I was like, I just am not a cream and liquid type of gal, and now today I did not use cream and liquids on my face, and it's the first time I haven't used cream or liquid products on my face in such a long time, which is also probably another reason I'm just like really hating the way that my makeup looks. But I just have been die hard over cream and liquid products. So my goal is to reach for this 15 times. I've reached for it 7, meaning I need to reach for it an additional 8 times. This is a pretty wearable shade. These cloud paints are pretty pigmented, so you got to go in with a really light hand, and it is more pink than I had originally anticipated, but sheared out, this is really beautiful, and I am so confident I can hit my goal on this one before the end of the project. Like I said, I do have one Milk makeup product in this project. I have this Milk Glow Oil Lip and Cheek cream product. I don't love the oil products from Milk Makeup for the cheek. This is what the shade looks like. It looks really pretty, but because it is like an oil product, first of all, it pretty much shears away into, my dog is coughing, sorry. It pretty much shears away into almost nothing, and then it also kind of breaks up my makeup on my face. So I haven't totally loved this product, which is such a bummer because, again, it's like super beautiful when you first put it on to the skin, but it just shears out into like almost nothing, and again, breaks up the makeup. So my goal is to reach for that 15 times. I have used that 9 times, so I only have to reach for it another 6 times in order to hit my goal. I am confident I can do that. Sometimes I will layer that product over like the Glossier Cloud Paint because it just adds a little bit of a glow, which I do like, but not a product that I would really recommend. Next, I have this primer from Cover FX. Again, I know Cover FX just recently released that tinted moisturizer with like 4 shades, which is so bizarre because I remember when they came out with their like Power Play foundation and concealer. Because I remember when they came out with their Power Play foundation and concealer, they had like 42 shades in that. So super disappointing, but this is their Water Cloud Primer. This was pretty much full when I rolled this in. I mean, I had used this maybe like 7 or 8 times up until that point. This is where we are when I rolled it in. This is where we are now, and my goal was to use about half of this, so to get down to this marking right here. I don't know if I'm going to reach my goal on this. This just is not a favorite primer of mine, so I've definitely been reaching for other primers. I also have a ton of primers going throughout various projects right now. So I have a ton of primers kind of competing for use with one another. So I have tried to reach for this like 1 or 2 times a week, but I don't know if I'm going to reach my goal on this one. And then finally, I rolled in my JD Glow Causemetics singles, and this palette has gained quite a few singles since the last time I showed this. So JD Glow is a Black-owned beauty brand, and I am in love with their singles. Alex is actually the one who turned me on to JD Glow, so thank you, Alex, because I'm obsessed with their singles. So this is what my palette looks like. This isn't all JD Glow singles. I have since added some Clarity Cosmetics, some Adept, some Shroud, and then there's also Gimme Glow Cosmetics in here as well. I'm like obsessed with this palette, you guys, even though it's only like, it's pretty much just blue, purple, and green. It needs a little bit more color, but my goal was just to reach for any of my JD Glow singles 15 times, and I reached into them a total of 9 times. So I do have 6 more uses to hit my goal. I do not think that that will be a problem. I'm going to quickly swatch my JD Glow singles for you. So first I have, it's always hard to swatch because I have like I should have gotten my tattoos on my right arm instead of my left. Not that I was thinking about swatching makeup when I decided which arm to get my tattoos on. Okay, so first up we have, where is it? Okay, I'm just gonna go on my hand. We're gonna try on my hand. We're gonna go with Peachy Keen is the first shade right here, and this is like a peach shade with a green flip, and it really kind of depends on what you put down as your base and what eyeshadow you're pairing it with to like really bring the color out. There's been times where it really brings out the green. There's been times where it looks more of like a blue pink. It's such a unique shade. I absolutely love this one. I was blown away by this shade when I got this one. I almost didn't buy this, but thank goodness I did. So this is in the shade Good God. Look how wet that looks. So this shade is like a blue / purple flip sort of shade. And this is another one, pending like what base you use or what eyeshadow like you pair it with. It can be such a transformative shade in so many different colors. Sometimes it can almost look more like a silver reflect. It's just so beautiful. And then the last shade is, I think Bora Bora is the name of it. I've purchased so many singles lately, I can't keep the shade name straight. So it's this shade right here, and in the pan it just looks like a really bright teal, and even swatched it looks like kind of like a bright teal. I paired this with some shades out of the ColourPop Dream Street palette with Kathleen Lights, and this, you couldn't even tell like it was a blue shadow. It literally looked like a bright green eyeshadow. It was crazy. So this is another one that, pending what you pair it with, it can look blue, it can look green. I love the JD Glow singles. I know most of their single shadows right now are sold out on their website, but I cannot wait for them to restock or come out with more shades because their formula is fantastic and I just think it's so unique. I cannot wait to see what else they come up with. Highly, highly, highly recommend their shadows. I believe it's $7 per shadow, but as you can tell, these are huge pans. So such unique shades. I am so glad I picked up some singles and I've had so much fun playing around with them. But after that, that is going to conclude this update for the Pan of Every Color project. I know I personally cannot wait to see how everyone else is doing on their project. Leave me a comment down below. Let me know a Black-owned beauty brand or an inclusive brand that you have been loving and maybe a favorite product from them, maybe one you think I should check out. Thank you guys, as always, for sticking around to watch today's video and for supporting my channel as you always do. I hope that you're having an incredible day, and I will catch you in my next video. Bye!